Hi divas, welcome back. I thought it would be fun to start a little series for my channel about the films that have shaped me and made me into the person that I am today. The films that I love and have had a huge impact on me. And originally I was gonna do like a video where I just go over all my favorites, like make it one, but I think I actually want to do the videos individually, so like one film per video. So this is gonna be the first one. I'll see how it goes. If I like it, if not, you may never see one of these again, but yeah, I thought it'd be fun. So the first movie that I'm gonna be talking about for this series is The Dreamers from 2003. I have the DVD. It stars Michael Pitt, Eva Green, and Louis Garrel. This movie was very formative for me when I was first coming into my sexuality. Happy Pride, I'm bisexual, we love to see it. This was one of those movies that came to me at exactly the right point in time. It was one of those things that you don't even know you needed it right then. I think I discovered it in 2017 or 2018, and I fucking love it. It has made a huge impact on me as a person, but also my taste in a lot of things. So sorry if you can see my ring light reflected in my glasses, by the way. I'm trying so hard to like position my head to where you don't see it, but it's like hard because I move around and shit. So The Dreamers is about three young adults in Paris, and I think the 60s, I believe. And one of them, Michael Pitt's character, he's Matthew. He's an American student, and he meets Isabel and Theo, who are twins, at a protest outside a movie theater, because all three of them are they're cinephiles. They love film. As he's kind of integrated into their world, this kind of really interesting dynamic between the three of them unfolds. I love that Matthew, he's kind of like the outsider to Isabel and Theo, and he can tell that they have like a weird relationship, but the way that Matthew interacts with each of them is so interesting, because he has a thing with Isabel kind of going on, and he also has a thing with Theo, which, by the way, my biggest complaint of the movie is that they did not make it gay enough with Matthew and Theo. Allegedly, it was supposed to be gayer. They were supposed to have like a sex scene, I believe. And the actors fully signed on for it, and they were disappointed that they didn't get to do it too, which like slay. But you can still feel the tension and sensuality between Matthew and Theo and Matthew and Isabel, even though the movie does focus a bit more on Matthew and Isabel. One of the core themes in this movie is obsession, I think. The way Matthew becomes obsessed with these two people, and he wants to be part of their world so badly. Obsession and devotion to a slightly unhealthy degree is one of my favorite themes and dynamics to explore within media, whether it's in books or TV shows or movies, just because I think the act of being so infatuated with another person that it kind of consumes you, that's very appealing to me. A Leo Venus. As a Leo Venus, I'm very much like, I need to feel worshipped or there's like nothing. This appealed to me. Their relationship dynamic is the most interesting part of the movie for sure, but even if we don't take that into account, it's just such a beautiful film, like the cinematography and just the scenery and everything. Then there kind of comes this moral dilemma of how far is too far, both between their relationship and what's going on in the world outside of them. I think at the very end of the movie there's a riot, and that's kind of like the peak moment of, does Matthew continue with Isabel and Theo? There's a lot of nudity in this movie, which again, sexuality. It's also a little gross, I have to say. There's a lot of like spitting and like pissing in sinks from the men, but I kind of like it. I kind of like that it's a gross, weird movie, and I think that's why it appeals to me. I respect that. Also, fuck the director though. I hate the director. Piece of shit, man. I'm pretty sure he's dead, which is the slay. Hate the director. Love this movie so much. Love how it looked, love how it felt. This is one of those movies that I think is much more reliant on the feeling and vibes rather than a strict plot, because the plot is just these three people and how they become intertwined and kind of nothing's off limits for them. And it's also based off a book. I love this cover, by the way, this from the movie. I think it's so beautiful. I liked the book. I read it after I watched the movie. I think I need to reread it at some point because it's been maybe like 5 years or so, 4 or 5 years. I do have to say I prefer the movie, but that's just because the movie was what I was introduced to and I loved just watching it unfold. But I do really love the dedication is for Michael, Eva, and Louis. Any other actors would have been imposters. So I thought that was really sweet for the author to be like, you guys embodied these characters and did such a great job, and I fully agree. They were all perfect in their roles and expressed the different elements of their characters in such a beautiful way. A lot of the visuals have made a lasting impact on me. This one picture, I'm gonna show it, I think. Isabel, she's like the Venus statue, Venus de Milo. It's so fucking beautiful. She stands in the doorway with like, she has black gloves on, so it looks like her arms are cut off just kind of like the statue. That has been burned into my brain for the past 8 years, and one of the most beautiful shots in any movie that I have ever seen in my fucking life, period. I'm someone who wants to be loved at such an intense, passionate level. For me, what I look for, I'm a very picky girl. Dating's kind of hard because I know what I want, and if I don't feel that, then it's just like, there's nothing here, bro. For me, gender doesn't play a role in the way that I love. I just know how I want to be shown that love, and obviously there's a connection and attraction too, that's important. But and again, the worship, you know, the devotion, that's very important to me. So they are so obsessed and intertwined with one another that like there's no outside world. It's just them three in the apartment. Nothing can get to them until it gets to them, until it becomes a point where it can no longer be ignored, and then it's kind of like a really rude awakening, almost claustrophobic in a way, the closeness of it. You want to know the like way I found out about this movie? There used to be this YouTube channel called Mermaid Motel. It's been since deactivated, I think because of copyright, which kills me. But there is this one video to the song Religion by Lana, and that's my favorite Lana song. That's the lyrics I have above my knees. When I'm down on my knees, you're how I pray. And Mermaid Motel made an edit to Religion of this movie and some other movies, but specifically The Dreamers. That's how I found it, and I was like, what is this movie? I can tell this is gonna change my life, and it fucking did. That song is this movie. That's The Dreamers to me, and it always is. I'm very grateful that I've watched this movie. I watch it every fall because to me this is like a fall and winter movie, but since I've been talking about it so much, I feel like I need to rewatch it, which I'm so glad again that I have the DVD, because this movie is not streaming on anything, but they finally released a 4K version of the movie, so now I can watch it whenever I want to. So if you're interested in watching this movie, always be mindful about, you know, whatever you think you can or can't handle when going into a movie or any type of media for the first time, if you know you are sensitive to certain subjects, because I know I am. Also, I saw that this was on Hayden, the genius behind Ethel Cain. It's on her Letterboxd watch list, and I'm like, I need you to watch this movie because I think she would like it. Even if she doesn't enjoy it, I think she would still fuck with her version of it. I think that in a like positive way, because clearly I love this movie and I love her work as an artist, and I think there's a lot of overlap. So let me know if you've heard of this movie or if you've seen it, you want to watch it. This might be one of, if not the most influential movies on me, just because it came to me at such specific time in my life. And I don't even rate this movie 5 stars. It's definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. It's in my top 4 in Letterboxd. I don't think this is like the most objectively well-made movie or anything. I think there's valid criticisms about it, but it's special to me. It made an impact on me, and sometimes that's like the most important thing, is just how you connect with media. Thank you for being here, divas. I love you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye. That was a horrible peace sign.